hopefully the market does something much easier for us, and that is to build liquidity like that. If there's to be continuation to go on, so you prepare ahead, right? As I mentioned, you wait for 5 days to start catching up, crossing through all the moving averages as well. And upper Bollinger is obviously a very clear target, and you want the bottom Bollinger to start catching up as well with the upper Bollinger too. Be very careful if we do build more liquidity here. There could be clear rejections here, right? Especially so this is great. Let the market build liquidity, as I tell you, and wait for the market to make moves. You don't have to be forcing trades. Now remember, I told you about before we had that 20-point overnight run, right? Remember yesterday's video. Very importantly, I told you about this particular liquidity here, this one, right? So you never despise liquidity, right? If you're able to identify this becomes very easy for you to understand. Please watch yesterday's video for this, right? Because we talked about this right here, 11:26 yesterday. And that's here. This was 11:26 a.m. yesterday. We already saw that coming because there was liquidity. You understand that, right? So this was a 30-minute chart, and just take a look, right? Bringing that up. So the point is, never despise liquidity building. So even if it's chopping, that's absolutely fine. Enjoy the chop, right? Let the market build structure. The only problem is if it grinds up. Maybe a little difficult to take a trade, but because the range is quite large, you can see even this is 5 points, right? You still can be able to find lots of profits in the charts if you want to. So don't be too, not this one, right? This is still very good 5 points. The market can still find good moves. You still can find good profits in the charts anyway. Right, so focus on this. If there's failed continuation, especially if we continue grinding up, that's actually not a bad thing. You want to wait for a tapering if it wants to head down. So allow the market to taper, and by then you may have some more clarity on the liquidity if it wants to head down. Now, obviously, if it wants to go up, I want to wait for a good structure here, 5 days to catch up. That will be ideal. I may not retest 200-day again. We'll see, right? It depends obviously on a lot of catalysts that could be ahead, but the liquidity, you allow it to build and you'll be able to catch a move one way or another. So as we wrap up the week, just be careful of this green rhythm. You want to also be careful if we start grinding and tapering here near the top. So that is something you want to be careful